We gonna cut shit. Who right, who wrong? Will Smith slapping the shit out of him or Chris Rock telling a joke? A little joke at that.
I was on Chris Rock's side.
I was on Chris Rock's side too.
Chris Rock.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Chris Rock.
With me, I was on both sides.
Let me see your hit.
Both sides.
Yeah.
Both sides.
Yeah. Okay.
Both sides. Both sides. Only because, like, for me, it was a lesson. So I understood where Will Smith was coming from because I have his book, and I've also watched his blogs before the book came out. And he talked about having an alter ego, Mr. Fluffy, which is a person. No, look, the person is who y'all always see him as. The friendly, always energetic type person. So
there's an evil side.
No, it's not an evil side. Understand that we're human beings.
Right.
You know? So the thing is what I've always tried to tell people: stop looking at celebrities as once they become a celebrity, you look at them as they're not supposed to do certain things, or their IQ is supposed to be higher than yours once they get to a certain level because they're still human beings.
Oh yeah, I can give two fucks with celebrities.
But no, I'm just
saying. No, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying.
So with what that was he led up basically saying, y'all been picking at me so much, and I've never said anything. I've had to deal with so much with what y'all see, and me actually being able to say what I feel is totally different. You know what I mean? So this was a lead up, and then also if you pay attention to actors, they've always said that when they do movies, they have to literally get a therapist because they have to come down after those movies. You know,
he damn sure walked off like Jim West.
That's why Heath Ledger killed himself.
But you have to remember,
this is what I was telling you.
He just got done playing Venus and Serena's.
King Richard.
Yeah, he just got done playing the father,
Yeah.
and he was protective. That dad was protective.
Okay.
So understand that the situation occurred, but also Chris Rock said shit in the past when they boycotted the shit. So it was just like everything leads up. It's just like in real life, in anything that you do, shit leads up. So then you have a boiling point. You don't know when that lid is gonna pop.
I agree.
You don't know.
And I think that's why he said keep my
and that's what it was. Like
because it was already leading up to it.
I honestly didn't know about her little disease thing. I didn't know.
I didn't either.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't. That's the thing that I'm saying. You don't know who people really are. You only see what they show you. He's only been showing you a certain person. So when this person then...
Well, I mean, media-wise anyway, we don't really know who none of those people are.
But he also stated that he didn't know either. Chris Rock did not know about her disease. But they try to fire back and be like, but it's been publicized.
It has. It has.
People miss that. Like
that's what I'm saying.
We all didn't know.
You only see... That's the thing about being a celebrity. You only see what you want to see.
Yeah.
So it's people that say, I care about this celebrity. But they really don't know because they don't follow that person on everything. They only follow what they want to see. So the thing is that if you would have seen his blog leading up to the book and seen the situations that he was going through leading up to the book, you would clearly understand why he did what he did. But because you didn't watch that, you didn't have the nerve to watch it. So now it's just like all you've seen is the Will Smith that you normally know. So when he does something, it's like, oh my God, why did he do that? You didn't see what was leading up to that because you didn't want to pay attention. You only seen what you want to see.
And so this is something I told Tadre. I was telling him about, how comedians are. You know what I'm saying? Because
they're nasty.
Like we know that they funny or whatever. It's to us at that point because they're doing a lot of them do. They try to do funny stuff to keep themselves sane or keep themselves from like crying or whatever the case is because of whatever they may be going through at that time, right? So it's like comedians will be funny in your face, but behind closed doors, how are they really? You know what I'm saying? What are they really dealing with? You know what I mean? So it's like all of that is leading up to that. However, from what you're saying, Nemo, it's like how much are you willing to risk? doing what you're about to do.
And that's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Will is he's in a
That
house.
was pretty impulsive.
But
to walk all the way up to that man.
But that's the thing. That's
was
the
pretty
thing.
impulsive.
The thing is,
He could have literally just sat right there and just be like, said what he said.
But that's the thing. When have you been in a situation? We've all been through it. We've all been through situations to where we done something, and then after it was just like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that right there. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that at that area. I could have handled it a different way. The thing is, regular people look at celebrities and forget that. They forget that they're still human beings. They're still human beings. Just like you probably went up to the school and cussed out a teacher for something that your kid did, you have to remember, these people are still human beings. They're going to do things. So just because they don't do it the way you like them they should do it, don't mean that it's wrong. It's just at that moment in time, something clicked in their brain.
I was just saying that was a long walk for him to slap somebody. That's all I was saying.
But even with that, okay, he slapped the shit out of him, right? So,
but did he?
But no, just
I think it's like
even with that, like I said, I took both sides because Chris Rock, it was nothing wrong with what he did. He's actually showing you how to be professional and still keep your cool in that situation. Because he could have been a regular person and could have been like, oh, I'm about to go back at him. See, it's a bunch of people that's on the internet saying, well, damn, if Will Smith would have hit me, I would have done such and such. You got to remember, pay attention. Will Smith plays in all of these movies. And any actor or actress that you watch, they train for these movies.
Yeah.
Remember, he played Ali.
Yeah.
So, if you think by any shape or form that your regular ass looking at Will Smith slap you, you thinking that he wasn't bracing for Chris Rock to do something after? He literally walked off the way he walked off, like, my nigga, if you do something, it's whatever you want to do. I want people to understand, you are a human being. Stop looking at shit like, oh, I would have done such and such, I would have done such, because you've been in those type of situations to where if your friends are not there, you've been in a situation to where you cower down to a situation that you could have probably stepped up and done. But because you're on the internet or because you're away from that person, you feel like, oh, they should have done this a certain way. No, you've handled situations the same way Chris Rock handled that situation, and you've done the same thing the way Will Smith handled the situation.
I was just saying it was a long walk to slap somebody. That's all I'm saying.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying, just in general, like, I want people to stop looking at shit as just one way. You know what I mean? Stop looking at shit, because that's why we're in a position that we're in. When you're looking at relationships, you look at women say, why do men do X, Y, Z? Men look at women like, why do men do X, Y, Z? We've all done those situations in every point of our lives. You look at people that be like, well, they look at signs and shit and they be like, well, I do this because I'm Aquarius, or I do this because I'm Aries. We've all done all of those feelings.
That shit annoys the fuck out of me.
We've all done all of that at one time in our lives. So, depending on what you're doing, stop looking at people like, because this person is in this spotlight, that they shouldn't be doing what they're doing, or they should do this a certain way. You've handled situations according to how you feel and what you would have done. Don't look at it like you're going to run up and do something different if you were in that case.
Well, hold on. Your perspective. I understand your perspective of where you're coming from with this, but this was in front of millions and millions of people, right? I could slap you off camera, right? And you be like, you know what, bro? You my nigga. I'm gonna eat that. You might be mad. I'm gonna take that hoe on the chin. Mm-hmm. But when you in camera in front of millions of people watching this whole live, my nigga,
it's Oscars was on. I woke up
it's
that morning.
It's another atmosphere, bro. You know, millions of people watching. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I would try to tell you to get something off my nigga, because Chris Rock is not gonna be able to live this shit down. This shit gonna be on the internet, and people gonna be talking about this shit for a while.
Oh, his brother was going on,
bro. Oh, I seen that shit, bro.
Bro, Tony. Oh,
yeah, I seen it. It's gonna pop all.
He called Will. He called her wife.
Will put Tony Rock on his show, that show that they were on a long time ago. That's the thing. This is okay. If we're looking at it as a
apparently Will Smith and Chris Rock were pretty cool from what I've surmised off of.
But that's the thing. It doesn't matter if you're cool. When you hit that switch, it doesn't matter who that person is. It's best friends that have fought over fucking Madden.
Let's talk about the switch. That's what baffles me.
You know what I mean?
Chelsea, did you see it? You seen it, right? Mm-hmm. He literally laughed at the fucking joke.
Yeah.
He laughed at the fucking joke. But he looked over to his wife.
And she
wasn't crying. She wasn't crying.
She wasn't.
She was rolling her eyes.
She rolled her eyes.
Okay. Now, okay. With that, like I said, once again, we're gonna go back with what I said. He just got done being in a movie of a person that's protective.
But they also didn't show everything. They didn't show.
And they didn't show
what they wanted to show, and then they cut off the audio.
And they didn't show at the very end where he went up to Chris Rock and he apologized. He talked to him personally. They didn't show that. So everything that you're seeing,
he did, or he just
They sit there and talk to each other. It's footage of them sitting there talking to each other.
What part was it?
It's at the very end, but that's what I'm saying. I seen it. I seen it yesterday.
They show where Denzel and
that's what I'm saying.
I didn't see Chris Rock. I didn't see Chris Rock and Will Smith talking.
I seen other footage I seen other footage yesterday of him walking up to Chris Rock and apologizing.
But they also didn't show the footage of her laughing until just a couple of days ago when everybody was like, look at this footage, but it was from behind and it was just her body gestures. Of
she laughed after he smacked the shit out of Chris Rock.
But that's the thing. Like,
she laughed after.
She laughed after the fact.
The shit that I
when he said this is the greatest night on television, she was laughing like rolling like nigga, you got the taste smacked.
Remember when Tremendous said that she's seen you knock somebody's ass out with a baton, right? So okay, we're gonna put it in that sense because you're not in the spotlight. That situation at that moment in time was okay. But if somebody else was watching it, they would have been like, you should have handled that another situation. You should have had it.
No, he didn't. He headbutted me.
It's anybody is going to look at a situation at a whole another way, bro.
He headbutted me. He assaulted me first.
Bro, I get what you're saying. But it's always gonna be people that's gonna look at situations and they're gonna be like, well, you should have handled it this way. You're a security guard. You already know. You work in an area where you know it's gonna be violence. Right. You could have handled that in a whole nother spotlight. You could have handled that was, well, damn, he hit me, but shit, I'm gonna keep my professionalism and I'm gonna do X, Y, Z. I'm gonna, we
was in a parking lot.
And we're not at the Oscars.
And we're not at the motherfucking Oscars.
Once again, since y'all say that, pay attention to what you're saying. Pay attention to what you're saying. Because he's not in the spotlight, that's okay.
But what he was trying to say earlier is he chose an opportunity.
No, it's common sense. It's logic, bro. Just look at logic. He's not in the spotlight. So what he does, it's understood. But if he was in the spotlight, if this show blew up now,
people pay too much attention to what celebrities got going on.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's gonna be magnified times 10. You got eyes on you. So no matter what the fuck you do, it's gonna be magnified. That's why we're having this conversation right now.
I think what he was trying to say earlier was the fact that you did it there.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
So you needed a platform to do it on when you could have handled it in a private situation.
But that's what I'm saying. That's your thought process at that, because you weren't in that thought. You're not that person.
That's the thing, though.
You're not that person.
I'm trying to make you understand his perspective is we aren't those people.
That's what I'm saying.
So therefore, we react on those things.
Okay.
Him as being on it, like you.
People always gonna talk about it.
Yeah,
dude, that's just life.
Okay.
But you could have handled this on a separate platform other than the office. So you needed a moment. Is how some people feel. You need a moment. Like you went up there impulsively.
I completely understand what you're saying.
Impulse, yeah.
I completely.
It was all impulse.
100%.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. You're gonna have people that's gonna be on the fence. You're gonna have people that understand what you're saying.
It's a bunch
there's gonna be other
I've
people
seen a bunch of
like,
black women.
Yeah, he was right.
Will Smith.
It's gonna be other people that's gonna be like, he's dead right for what he's done. I'm just
saying, how did you sit there, motherfucker? What the fuck?
Because
you just looked at your wife, roll her eyes.
Listen to what I just said.
I understand the book. I understand
he just got
he had it all built up.
He just got done playing a movie.
I get all of that, my nigga. But he laughed at the joke until he looked at his wife, which wasn't crying. She's not dying from no kind of disease, bro. She rolled her eyes. Now this nigga's the gangsterest nigga in Hollywood. Walks up.
That's not being gangster.
It's not. It's really not. Because everybody knew Chris Rock wasn't gonna do nothing.
But I will say this: slapping a nigga is the most disrespectful shit you can do. That's pretty.
To another man, bro.
Yeah. You don't slap another man. You just don't.
You don't.
Let's be logical. You're thinking from a hood mentality.
Right now,
right now, y'all thinking from a hood mentality.
Nah.
Right now, you're thinking from if a nigga do something to me, I'm gonna do something. No, you're thinking from a hood mentality. You're thinking from if a nigga do something to me, I'm gonna do something right back.
How you gonna tell me how I'm thinking? How you gonna tell me how I'm thinking?
Because that's what.
Just like
that's
you
what
said earlier.
On both sides.
Your perspective.
Exactly.
Okay, Nemo. Okay, Nemo. Look.
Right.
You tell a joke about Tremendous, right? I'm on that. I'm on this bitch. I'm rolling my ass. I'm looking at her cheek. And just slap the shit out your ass, bro, instantly.
But that's the thing.
No, it's not a thing, bro. Like, you gonna be like, nigga, you just laughing at my joke. Why you slap the shit out my...
You gotta know the backstory.
I understand he got a... But we black. We got a lot of shit that's built up that we hold in. Am I lying, bro? We hold in a lot of shit.
She been making him look like a fool for so long.
Bro, but you know what? I'm gonna say this in Will Smith's defense, because this is the only thing I can defend this nigga in. I believe the only reason why, because like niggas is turning on Will Smith like about a second. Yeah. I'm talking about nigga, everybody on doing the interview, that nigga wrong in the filter phone. But I'm gonna tell you like this. So here we go. You ready? And this is my perspective.
Okay. Let me see.
My perspective.
We have any comments coming in?
Right. So here we go. And I think this is the only way anybody gives Will Smith any kind of slack on the whole shit that he just did. I believe in the public eye.
He sold out. I think is that Jabbar?
Yes, he sold out on all his shows, all his concerts.
Oh yeah, Chris Rock, yeah. Will Smith just lost.
Come with some shit.
Bro, Will Smith just lost a movie deal by Netflix, and Chris Rock is selling out like he's winning hands down. Besides him getting slapped all across the internet,
you know,
he's winning in every aspect.
And nigga Tony Rock say, nigga, it's 10 of us Rock brothers.
I like all that shit.
Motherfucking thing.
See. That's your perspective. That's your perspective.
Motherfucking thing.
Tony Rock is the nigga with the hood mentality. That's the nigga who
Will Smith put him on his first show. He ain't gonna do a motherfucker. He just talking, bro.
How you know? How you know what this
come
nigga
on,
do,
bro?
He nigga slapped his brother, bro.
It's been a whole week. It's been a whole week now.
He ain't gonna fly to the nigga house in Calabasas.
It's been a whole week, bro.
But what do you think he should have done?
It's been a whole week.
What can he do?
Look, Tony Rock is not that funny. We really didn't even know who the fuck Tony Rock was.
I think you're funny, bro. I seen your show. I think you're funny, bro. I think you're funny. And I believe if you see that nigga Will Smith walking down the street by himself or whatever, it's on site. Go.
When the last time you heard a nigga say, hey, bro, you gotta watch that nigga Tony Rock, man?
His brother got slapped on national TV, man. This is different circumstances.
Let's keep it all. Go ahead and finish what you said. Go ahead. I don't want to answer. Go ahead.
Next subject.
No, I'm just saying, and I'm gonna finish my perspective on this, and this is the only way I give Will Smith any slack on the whole shit that he just did at the Oscars. My thing is this, and this is in the public perception. This is why everybody really just like, nigga, really. I just believe, and I don't condone. Husbands, you love your wife to the fullest how you want to love your wife. I ain't not putting a cap on it, on what you should do and how you should defend her or whoop the one the third. I can't tell you how to love your wife to the fullest. But with that being said, I just believe that people is just like, your character, your work that you put for like over decades of time, right? The respect that people have for you. Nigga, you was up for a fucking Oscar and won that bitch, like. And as you walking up that fucking stage, I know this shit going on. This
That's what
like,
I'm saying. It's a long way to slap.
If I slap this nigga, I could go to jail. I'm gonna lose endorsements, movie deals, banned from the Oscars. All this shit I'm about to risk for my wife that just rolled her eyes.
What did the 5 fingers say to the face?
Bruh, people out here, bro, do not believe that the reason why he did what he did wasn't worth who he did it for. And that's his wife. People do not believe the ambassador of entanglement was worth walking up and ending your career like that. Now, if that would have been, and then God rest their souls, like a Cicely Tyson, you know what I'm saying? What's another? Anyways, y'all get what I'm saying. A respected black woman, a well-respected black woman, Chris Rock would have told a joke about, right? You know what I'm saying? Told a bad joke about motherfucking Cicely Tyson. And he walked up there and slapped the shit out of Chris Rock to defend Cicely Tyson's honor. People would have respected that more.
I get what you can.
You feel what I'm saying?
Am
I lying? People would have been like, yeah, Chris Rock should have left that old, you know what I'm saying? One about, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should have never talked about that woman at all. But because Jada Smith. Jada?
Yeah.
That's who you? Yeah. Nah, nigga, that wasn't worth it. Ban! Canceled. Out of there. Yeah. So, that's my take on it, bro. That's the only way I could defend him. It wasn't for me, it wasn't for nobody respectable like that.
I got you.
You feel me? Alright. Yes, sir. Let's go on to the next one.